The San Francisco 49ers just kept their season alive with a 38-13 statement win over the Chicago Bears. Here are the 49ers grades for this performance. Quarterback, A+. One of the best performances of Brock Purdy's career. He hit 80% of his throws, completed passes to 7 different receivers, threw for 325 yards and 2 touchdowns, and posted a passer rating of 145.4. Finally, he stopped forcing passes to Deebo Samuel, who has been killing the 49ers offense all season. More on him in a minute. Instead, Purdy threw 6 passes to George Kittle and 8 passes to Juwan Jennings. Those are the 2 best receivers on the team, and they should have been featured consistently all season. Last week, Kittle caught just 1 pass. Afterward, Purdy said his progressions didn't take him to Kittle. With all due respect, screw your progressions, Brock. Find your best players. And that's exactly what he did today. He's growing up. And now he has 4 more games to show he's worth a multi-year contract that will make him one of the highest paid players in the NFL. Running backs, B+. No offense to Christian McCaffrey, but the 49ers are better without him this season. In 4 games with him this season, they averaged just 15 points per game. In 9 games without him, the 49ers are averaging 27.6 points per game. And that's because the 49ers get all of their playmakers involved when McCaffrey is out. Today, Isaac Guerendo started the first game of his career and scored 2 touchdowns. He also had a 30-yard run, a 27-yard catch, and a 23-yard catch. He's a big play waiting to happen, and he should have had a role in the offense all season. Unfortunately for the 49ers, he left the game with a foot injury after 15 carries. Perhaps he couldn't handle such a big workload. His replacement, Patrick Taylor Jr., gained just 25 yards on 7 carries. The 49ers need Guerendo to play this Thursday against the Rams. Fullback, C-. 2 targets, 1 catch, 3 yards. But hey, at least he didn't fumble at the goal line like last week. Wide receivers, B. Juwan Jennings was outstanding. 7 catches for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. He deserves another contract extension. He already has outperformed the 2-year deal the 49ers gave him this offseason. His counterpart, Deebo Samuel, was terrible once again. 3 targets, 2 catches, 22 receiving yards, plus 5 carries for a measly 13 rushing yards. The Niners averaged just 4.4 yards per play when they handed the ball or threw it to Samuel, and averaged 7.9 yards per play when they handed it or threw it to anyone else. The Niners should have traded Samuel this past offseason. Instead, they restructured his contract in a way that will make him incredibly difficult to trade or release this coming offseason. Oops. Tight ends. A freaking plus. One of the best games of George Kittle's career. He had 6 catches for 151 yards. Last week, he had 1 catch for 7 yards. Afterward, he told the media he hardly ran any routes and that he was open the few times he didn't have to block. Message received. Suddenly, Kyle Shanahan was calling all kinds of exotic screens and play-action passes for Kittle. Shanahan should do that every week. Kittle is the greatest tight end in franchise history, and somehow he's still in his prime. Offensive linemen, B+. They didn't block particularly well in the run game, but they didn't have Trent Williams, Aaron Banks, or Ben Barch, and they still gave up just 1 sack. That's impressive. Defensive linemen, A. Leonard Floyd sacked Caleb Williams 3 times, Yatir Gross-Matos sacked him twice, and Malik Collins sacked him once. The Niners needed these 3 to step up while Nick Bosa is out, and they did. Linebackers, A. They held Bears running back DeAndre Swift to just 38 rushing yards and gave up 0 rushing touchdowns. Next week, they most likely will get Dre Greenlaw back. Good news. Defensive backs, B. They gave up 2 touchdown passes and a quarterback rating of 116.9, but they also gave up just 134 yards through the air. Plus, Talanoa Hufanga returned from a wrist injury, and the Niners' defense improved dramatically with him on the field. The Niners need to find a way to re-sign him this offseason. He's the biggest playmaker in their secondary, even when he's playing with just 1 hand. Special teams. B. Jake Moody didn't miss any field goals, but he kicked 2 kickoffs short of the 20-yard line, and I don't know how he did that, which is a penalty. He needs to go this offseason. Coaches, A+. He stopped playing Kyle Juszczyk and instead mostly used one-back formations. He spread the ball around on offense, and he called lots of screens and play-action passes, which gave Brock Purdy plenty of easy throws. Where the hell was this Kyle Shanahan all season? It seems like McCaffrey's knee injury may have brought out the best in Shanahan, because he finally accepted that McCaffrey won't save him and the team this season and that he needs to build an offensive identity without him. And the offensive identity is a diverse, balanced attack featuring Kittle and Jennings, not Samuel and McCaffrey. If only Shanahan had this epiphany in September, the Niners might not be 6-7. Now let's see if he can keep it up this Thursday against the Rams, who beat the Bills today. The Bears are a sorry team that has lost 7 games in a row, while the Rams have won 5 of their past 7. The Niners will need another A+ performance from Shanahan to win.